Hi, my name is Jyothi Reddy, a lead accessibility analyst for Google Play, and in this episode, we are going to discuss content labels. A good accessibility label lets your user know exactly what a control does without having to rely on implied context. A screen reader announces labels when the element receives focus. Labels are important because they create a logical connection between an element and its function. Elements have content labels for the screen reader users who rely on them to read the information to perceive the meaning of the element. In these images, a label describes the purpose of UI elements and images in a short phrase. Let's look at some benefits of having descriptive labels. Labels help users understand what information is contained in the app or web pages and how that information is organized. When labels are clear and descriptive, users can find the information they seek easily and they can understand the relationships between different parts of the content. Form inputs with labels that clearly describe the content that is expected to be entered helps users know how to successfully complete the form. For example, date of birth with a small instruction, month, date, year is the right way of describing the label rather than just date of birth. Descriptive labels help people who use screen readers by ensuring that labels are meaningful when read out of context. For example, in an automatically generated table of contents. In some cases, when information is conveyed graphically within an element, content labels can provide a text description that describe the purpose or action associated with the element. If the elements in a user interface don't provide content labels, it can be difficult for some users to understand the information presented to them or to perform actions in the interface. The goal is to make it certain that enough information is provided for the user to perform the task without any confusion. Let's take a look at how we can improve an app's accessibility for different users. First, for non-sighted users, write descriptive labels for buttons and links. For example, a Learn More link can be more descriptive as Learn more about accessibility. Write instructions that do not rely on just one sensory characteristic, such as shape, size, visual location, and sound. For example, click the cancel button to exit the survey is more appropriate than click the button on the bottom right to exit the survey. Next, for users with hearing difficulties, provide media alternatives of videos, for example, captions. And finally, for users with cognitive and learning difficulties, provide a way to expand abbreviations and provide a way to understand unusual words and phrases. If you are not sure where to begin, don't worry. The pre-launch report can help you identify issues. The Accessibility tab in the pre-launch report details page displays the number of unique accessibility issues with screenshots into 4 categories. One of them is content labeling. Clicking on a screenshot cluster shows more details on each issue with specifications of the device, path of the element, recommendation on how to fix the issue, and the number of places the issue is occurring. These findings and recommendations can be used to track down the accessibility issues and fix them. You can re-trigger a new run of pre-launch report by uploading a fresh APK after fixing the issues and confirming that the findings do not reappear. However, please keep in mind that, like all automated accessibility testing, this is meant to complement and not replace manual testing with real users with a variety of accessibility needs. Thanks for watching and hit subscribe to get notified when the next episode in this series is released.